Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel presents.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Banner Saga here on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel with me, your host Max. In today's episode we will continue our adventure. Currently we are in a town. I totally forgot what's its name, so let's go and look it up. This is where we are supposed to meet one of the mages who battled with that serpent. So, Sigrholm, I think. It almost sounds like Stockholm or something, but unfortunately, yeah. Even this looks like the capital of Iceland, but it's not, so we will see. Anyhow, we are going to talk with the mage. We have to take a look at our current heroes and how is their health, since we did try to look for the survivors. And in the previous episode, we actually managed to pick up a dredge baby, which is super freaky. What does this thing do? This thing gives you +3 strength, but it requires a hero of level 5, which we currently have only one person. So we're definitely gonna have to upgrade somebody. We do have the points, and I am thinking that we are gonna raise your willpower and also your armor. Who else would be a great person for upgrades? Alette is also a great person. She handles the combat quite well, but she is really bad at surviving if any of the larger dredge comes even slightly closer to her. So now we have at least 2 heroes of level 4 here. We have only 9 points of renown, which is not the most optimal. And I'm really thinking that maybe we are gonna have to spend at least a few points of renown, like 4, in order to obtain more provisions, just to be on the safe side. And now let's go talk and see what we will find out. Rook, you're really worried about her, aren't you? What? Oh, Juno, says Iwan. Worry doesn't begin to describe it. If she doesn't find us here, or something has happened to her. Rook, are you sure what you saw was real? It could have been a dream, or I don't know, you were pretty exhausted. Avent, I don't know, to be honest. I'm not sure anymore. Everything is a blur. Don't tell the others I said that. I have to hope it wasn't just a dream. You think about what you want to say. What's it like to be a mender? Let's ask that. That's an interesting question. Being a mender, I guess I never really thought about it like that. It's just a part of me. They knew very young that I would join the order. Born into it, you could say. My mother and father, both menders. The guild is for lots of people now. Builders and healers. Do they all pull lightning out of the sky? No, that's not normal. It's one of the reasons I know Juno. She's one of the council. She helps me control things like this, so we don't end up searing people. How exactly does weaving work anyway? Why is Belower still following us? Let's ask the 2 more questions. Well, the hardest part is usually seeing the threads. Everything is part of the tapestry. It's made of threads woven together. If you can see the threads, you can manipulate them. I don't know how to explain it really. It's like trying to play a harp with invisible strings. Look at my staff, for example. Some menders carve intricate patterns in the wood to help them remember the shapes of like I said, hard to explain. Why is Bellower still following us? I saw Grofheim as it burned. Even gets a far away look in his eyes. The thunder blew through it like a tempest. The Varl fell in the thousands. Most of the thunder left the city and headed south. Who knows where they are now? They might be destroying every town they come to or heading down towards Arborang. Bellower stayed in Grofheim just for the sport of it, I think. As we fled to Einatorft, I thought he must want to wipe the Varl off the map completely. But then he came after us. Maybe he knew Ivor was the one who killed Reyes. Maybe. But let's just make sure he doesn't catch up. Do you think this is the end of times? I don't know what to think. I wish I could give you a better answer. Even if we escaped the dredge, that serpent said a darkness was covering the world. I don't know how long that will take, or what it means even. I'm just trying to solve one problem at a time. The Menders are in Arborang. If we can find ships and make it to the capital, we might have a chance. Interesting. I appreciate the talk. It's good to stay grounded. I spent all day worrying about serpents or thunder. I think a lot of people are intimidated or scared maybe of me. Don't worry, it's nothing new. I'm used to it. Maybe sometime we can talk about things that don't include the world ending. Actually, not the worst idea, to be perfectly honest. Probably it might improve the overall morale of our entire clan currently, because, I mean, we are trying to feed a stupid amount of people here. I'm gonna probably have to grab a few more supplies, and I'll talk to you once we are done with that. Okay, so we have 5 points of renown. We have how many? Like 15 days of provisions, right? Jarl Seal, the stamp symbolizing a chieftain's will passed down from father to son and kender to kender. 1 will per turn. Then is the Razor, which is for 8 points of renown, which we cannot even get for ourselves. This will give us 3 will per rest. And then there is the Lightning Runestone, plus 10% critical chance and plus 1 aggro. I think I'm just gonna grab a few more provisions. And we're gonna be left with 4 points of renown, but yeah. I don't see any more options here to do, so maybe if we rest up. A scuttle has broken out in front of the house. Thief! Shouts one of your people as a group of strangers flee from your camp. A thief is already running their direction. They took our supplies, you heard from nearby. Chase the thieves, try to talk it out with the locals, tell the caravan to get ready to leave immediately. Let's chase the thieves. Come on, you shout, and several join you in the chase. You wander onto a beach where some men have been waiting for you. Some terse words are exchanged about whether anything had been stolen or not. You don't see who drew the first weapon, but it ends the conversation dead. So are we fighting the locals now? It looks like we are fighting the locals now. Okay, so it would be actually a good idea to level up these guys. She should have points or be able to be promoted here. Looks like he should be able to do the same. Okay, we can actually do this. So we can give him the points. Is there anyone else who has points to be redistributed? Okay, you have actually 4 points that can be redistributed. So let's do this. And, well, I still wanna level up Agil, Onef, and Mogun, so I think against the locals it will be the smartest thing to do. I don't think the locals will actually possess like Varl or something. We are not fighting the Dredge, and if I am able to level up in combat versus the thieves who stole our provisions, well then I'm gonna definitely go and do that. Question is, how do we wanna deal with this? If we put the fellas together, we will have the shield wall. So that is the added bonus in the defense. I am actually thinking I'm gonna try to make the enemy come towards us, so most of their movement will be spent. And you know what? Actually, a smart idea would be to come over here. That way I'm thinking the archer will get her shot in, but thanks to the added bonus of their shield, they should be able to hold out. So let us rest and build up some willpower. They have only 2 ranged units, as it looks like. So let them start coming in closer. The free will points will definitely help us out, especially later on. This will be tricky. Yeah, so here's the thing, if I run up to her and attack her, he is losing the benefit of the shield armor or the shield wall, so let us just stay here. She is 2 them 4 still. If we move Rook over here, he is however able to attack her. She is almost dead. So one more person who will try to attack her from range should do the trick. Can you potentially... No, she is way out of range. The second archer is going after Rook. And my idea is to move you over here. You're gonna go with the stone wall. I really don't know if he being turned away from them has somehow a chance to like decrease the armor or whatnot, but now... Okay, beautiful. So if you run up to her, you should be able to kill her. Most of the enemy units do not possess the ability to build up that shield wall, but they will soon start to merge together, so we will need to think of a way to deal with this whole thing. Let's start taking down the shield. Okay, this puts her in a dangerous place because he can then attack her. But theoretically, we can go and take down more of his armor. Now, what about you? What about you? We can move you over here, and you can theoretically, instead of like taking too much damage, deal some damage. Take down some of that armor. We're gonna definitely need to pull him back, or this is not gonna end well for him. They are starting to surround us. Okay, let's, you know what, let's move you over here. And really, you are unable to kill. I think he might get killed here. Okay, let's start taking down these fools so that we can level up the playing field, because I feel like we are starting to lose here quite heavily. Oh man. Let's take down 7 points of strength. Closing in the distance, we definitely are gonna have to move her more back. And he should die. Beautiful, that's another achievement here. Was able to take that punishment. I'm thinking about doing the stone wall. Or theoretically, you can try to attack her. Interesting choice to move right next to Rook. He has only 2 points of strength, so I am not really happy about like what are his survival chances. We really need to move a lot further away. Can you kill the female archer there? Beautiful. Damn it! Stop going after her. I hate it when I need to heal her. She is a really good archer. God freaking damn it! Okay, let's take down some of his strength. So currently it's 3 versus 2. This was definitely a really nasty assault. Let's try to go for a shield wall. Not really sure how much that will help me. Okay, going after Rook is probably not the smartest idea. I'm gonna move in here and I'm gonna try to take down some of this armor. Rook will finish off him most likely. I'm so glad I went with that stupid stone shield wall thingy. Beautiful, so Rook has killed him and now she is going after our ranged unit, because why the heck not? Take down some of that pesky armor. I feel like you have way too much of it anyhow. Give you some willpower and we're gonna go once again for this. Ah man, this is just horrible. Due to one fairly simple reason. He can like kill 2 of my party groups. Okay? Really don't appreciate that you are going after Rook. It's actually working out quite well because theoretically a kill might get a kill here. If I would be lucky enough, which I of course am not. Really need to level up Egil, man. But I am afraid that if I would let the enemy go, he would just kill him. So that's 2 kills for Rook this combat. So Morgan is injured. Colette is injured. Colette is really becoming a great archer. I hate when she gets hurt. The thieves scatter pretty quickly when you start laying into them, but when you return to the caravan you discover why. Even more supplies have gone missing since you rushed out to the fight. Okay, so it was a diversion, but now we have more points. So I am gonna grab some supplies here. What is the status of the injuries? Like how many days? Okay, 1 day. I really hate to stay here, but we are waiting for that Juno. A random assortment of people from the caravan confirmed you. Listen, says one. We don't feel safe here. I don't know anything about menders or whatever, but we're going to leave and I hope you'll join us. Looks like a couple dozen people, farmers and fighters alike, feel the same way. Wish them well, encourage them to stay. Let's try to encourage them. They make it very clear they're not interested in discussing the issue, shaking their heads and settling out. Without the rest of the caravan ready to go, there's little you can do to stop them. You hope they make it and that you won't have to make, and you hope that you are not making a mistake. So we have lost quite a lot of people here. I do wonder if Rook, wait please. Even Bex. She said she'd be here. We need her. You can tell he's terrified of leaving, as though he'd be giving up on Juno. Okay, just a little longer. Okay, the morale is going up despite the fact that everyone is freaked out with this town. Even better morale, but we are losing the provisions fast, and there's no Juno. I feel like this is some sort of a trick or something. I'm feeling that the dredge are definitely gonna catch us here, so we're gonna have to move. Where is that Arborang that they all talked? Okay, so that is all the way over there. God damn it! That is way too freaking far. I mean, it looks like it's one specific road which would lead us there. I really don't know if I should leave or if I should wait for her. And if I use up all of my goddamn points here for provisions, which we are burning through, this is gonna be a tricky one. Why is it going to map when I wanted to go for a market? Because I misclicked, that is why. So only 57 provisions left. Okay. I really don't understand how these provisions are counted, but it's driving me insane. We're gonna give it one more day. We are leaving. We waited for almost like a week here. She's not showing up. I'm sorry. I'm already regretting this as it is. Rook, wait please, Avenbex. She said she'd be here. We need her. I'm sure she'll catch up with us. Avon looks out across the lake with 1,000-mile stare. He says nothing. We've got problems, says Ivor. The whole place is flooded. We could try to walk the muddy parts, but it'll be slow going. We could try to float the caravan over the lake, but we might tip or get stuck. Or we could just go around the whole thing, but no idea how long that will take. What do you think? Let's detour the flooding. You leave Sigrholm and start to feel your way around the flooded area, which has washed out the road completely. You continue far into wooded area, which shows you down even further. Already committed, you hope you didn't make a grave mistake. You leave Sigrholm in a hurry, hoping to outpace the dredge that must be close behind. As you continue further south, you first hit overgrowth and then forest before finding land that is dry enough to follow back around. By the time you circumvent the mud, you've lost a lot of time and hope it doesn't haunt you later. I really don't know, but I mean, I have spent like at least 5 days there. We did get some renown for it. I'm really sorry. But with the stupid amount of supplies that we have, I'm really not happy here. Because what are the chances that Juno truly is alive? Oh man, someone's been nicking extra goods from these supplies. A concerned woman tells you, counted these myself yesterday, no mistake. This keeps up, we'll be starving before long. Post a few extra guards to watch the supplies. Ask clansmen if they've seen anything suspicious. Announce that any more missing supplies results in rationing. Yeah, let's go with that. Your clansmen loathe the idea of even more stringent meals. Accusations abound. The two different fights erupt before you gain some sense of order, but you at least gave the message blah blah blah. There was something else written, but who cares? As you're about to head off to sleep for the night, Onef pulls you aside. I have a couple of concerns I wanted to speak to you about, he says. In private, you find a quiet place to talk. What's on your mind? How well do you know the people traveling with us? How many strangers are in the caravan now? Who are you worried about? I've been watching folks since I joined you. Your companions from Scorn, they're loyal. I mean, it seems pretty clear that they would die to protect you. I suppose I do the same. I do the same. What about the Vorl? You don't even know half these warriors. You're telling me they have no problem following a man's orders now? After everything that happened at Einatorft? They joined us voluntarily. I trust Ivor to handle it. If they're willing to fight, it's worth the risk. Until the moment that it's all gone wrong. What happens the first time the Varl don't want to do what you tell them? If Cromer gave the word, I guarantee at least half would follow. Let's be honest, they could take this caravan by force at any time if they wanted to. What do you suggest? I suggest growing some balls instead of hoping it all work out, Rook. They're not the biggest problem though. There's a mender with us, a mender who pulls lightning out of the sky and tells us what to do and where to go. Myself, I think we lucked out when his mentor didn't show up in Sigrholm. Even just the apprentice? What in the depths is his master capable of? Think about it, Rook. What do you really know about Avent? I heard they were found practically dead in the middle of nowhere when the dredge started showing up. Then the enormous serpent shows up and Einatorft, after tearing the world in half, takes one look at Avent and bolts. Suddenly they need our help instead of the Mender's counsel. How does that make any damn sense? Okay. You make some valid points. You might be distorting what happened. You make some valid points. Points you should make even on your own. I'm grateful for what you've done to get us this far, Rook, but it's always been about trust. I think it's time to part ways, so to speak. Nothing personal. Suddenly, you gasp for air. When you look down, Onef is holding a knife buried deep in your ribs. God damn! Your vision blurs and blood fills your sight. You gasp again. There's a bird whistle, and the camp becomes a blur of motion. Onef's fighters from Frostfloor leap into action, cutting people down. As Adif turns to fire on the man, Onef runs her through and pulls the blade from her back without even breaking his stride. She drops like a sack of flour in one clean motion. His blade then takes a gill in the throat before the boy can grab the shield. Onef heads straight for Alet, who freezes in unbridled terror. You rise to your feet through the pain. Agil and Adif are dead. Somehow you find the strength to cleave the nearest traitor in two, but you can't find the breath to shout. You think your lungs might be punctured. Onef clutches Alet's wrist amidst the commotion, tosses her bow aside, and pulls her into the deep woods. Her eyes meet yours across the campsite. No! Her lips say, though you can't hear the words. A dozen men appear between you and Ivor steps into view, as fearsome as you've ever seen him. Seriously, man? But this is some something. Like, seriously? This is not cool. What does this thing do? +1 strength resist. Okay, let's go with that. Like, really, man? This is just super annoying, but okay. Let's move the mage back. Let's move the rook back. Gonna have to come up with some battle plan here. They have 3 ranged units. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 close range units. They have plenty of shield and strength on their side. Don't really know what to expect here from this entire engagement. I'm gonna try to move them like this. Okay, you can attack her, so please do that. Most of her strength is therefore gone. She should be out of range. Unfortunately, so are you, and if I would come in closer, I feel like this dude will be able to attack. So let's just wait here. Yeah, exactly. God damn son of a something. Let's go punish him for this dumbass stunt. Make sure our Varl will give him something to think about for that dumbass thing too. So 9 points, he's dead. Okay. I'm gonna move you over here so that you can deal some serious damage. And the question is, can you use your arc lightning on someone other than him? Let's see if we can move you. Let's see if we can use the lightning to kill the archers. Okay, really nice. We need to protect her, otherwise she can die. She died. So let's start chasing now. After whoever we can take down. Could you please stop attacking my Varl? Let's hold on to the will for now. Oh, they really like to attack the same guy over and over again, huh? Okay, we finally have a kill on him. I should be able to cast one more of these lightning attacks here. Now the question is, if we go with Rook, let's move you here. Let's take down half of your armor. And they really like to attack that Varl a lot. We're gonna move you in here and let's see. Okay, interesting choice that they did not go for him. Battering ram. Okay, I really hope that would actually like kill her or something. unfortunately, we just got our Varl killed here. No, I don't know what that freaking ability does, but definitely no. Okay, so both of them were actually harmed by that. Can you use your talent to mend the armor back on the Varl? Beautiful. Okay, so it's Rook's turn, so he's gonna kill the archer here. Which means it should be his turn now and not hers. But he's gonna kill her. And you, my dear friend, are gonna do some damage here. Can you actually kill this dude? Let's take down some of that armor of his. And let's kill him. And if we get our hands on the idiot who just stabbed me, I'm gonna probably crucify him on the spot. So Krummer has finally reached promotion, Ned has been unfortunately injured, and so was Ivor. With the low number of provisions we have left, not really happy about this. Where is Alette? Shouts Ivor, tearing through the nearest bandit, but you're already hobbling into the deep woods where they disappeared, ignoring the battle raging behind you. In a haze of pain, you start to think you've lost their tracks. Then you hear Alette screaming in the distance, followed by silence. You tear through the trees. In a small clearing, Alette lies with her back against a tree. Her hands and her clothes are covered in blood. She stares vacantly ahead, unblinking. Besides her is the body of Onef, an arrow buried in his right eye as if placed there by hand. She looks in your direction and then at Onef. I killed him, she says. Good girl! Alette, are you alright? You cringe as much from the pain as the appearance of Alette after her bloody struggle with Onef. No, I'm not hurt. I had no choice. That, your chest. You're bleeding. No, he's not. Suddenly, she's at your side, putting pressure on the wound. I can fix this. Where is my needle? A thief? Anyone? Ivor, I found them. Just as your sight goes black, you see Avon, Ivor, and Let standing over you. But this is unfortunate. I wonder if this whole thing could have been prevented by me moving from the town sooner or something, but I feel like that idiot would try to pull this crap anyhow. Your eyes open wide to sound of Alette's voice. Normally, a wound like that, I only hope I did enough. I'll survive. Dad! Alette stops herself from hugging you, your bandaged chest, pulling your head to her. Instead, the words come out easier than you expected. A thief? It's a good thing Avon was here. She's going to pull through, though it was a nasty wound. We managed to kill most of those treacherous sons of bitches, and the rest fled into the woods. There were a lot of people I couldn't save. You did everything you could, Avon. Nobody expected you to raise the death. Avon frowns deeply, putting a hand to his forehead. Why did Onef do this, Rook? He was talking to you right before this happened. He thought my leadership would get us killed. Utter bastard. All this time we had no idea. A kill killed a good half dozen of Onef's men by himself. He told me Onef was running Frostfall the whole time. He felt Frostfall behind when he saw a better opportunity. Guess that relationship is over. The kill was always just the barking dog you put in the yard to find out who your enemies are. It was no accident Onef went after those of us from Sigrholm. He must have thought with us gone, he'd take the banner and the rest would fall in line. Or, at worst, they'd take all the supplies for themselves and leave the rest at dredge bait. We had to be more careful. We can't just let anyone join the caravan anymore. Where do you draw the line? I don't know, Rook. I really don't. None of this changes the fact that Bellower is out there somewhere following us. That swamp around Sigrholm might buy us some time, but we've got to keep moving. Your body aches all over, but Ivor's right. The road calls. The caravan is already starting to pack up camp. So we need to talk to two people. I need to check what is the status on the injuries, because I think it's gonna be pretty damn bad. Okay, actually just one day. Interesting. Akil has now joined our party. That is interesting too. I would really love to promote the Varl. We don't have that many of them as it is. Sure, let's go for breaking the armor. It's gonna help us out. Then we're gonna focus on the armor and strength. So let's rest up for a day. This is gonna help us out. Let's go talk to Akil. Look who it is! Still not dead. How are things, Rook? I can never guess with you, Akil. I heard you helped drive off the traders when Onef attacked us, and it leaves me always wondering, what's your deal? I'm not so hard to understand, says Akil. Why don't you try asking instead of telling? Why didn't you warn us about Onef? Didn't I? How many times did I have to call him a traitor before you got the message? What do you want me to say? Watch out, Onef's going to murder your whole family? He didn't fill me in on the details. He was always like that. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to convince you to off me. But listen, I don't need to know, so keep it to yourself. Why did you stick with him? I don't know, Rook. Family makes you do weird things. You know what the worst part is? We became kin when he married my sister. She died of a fever one night. But she didn't. She wasn't sick. He killed her. I don't know why he did it. Maybe he just felt like it. I was so furious, I got so angry that I wanted him to beg. I could kill him without a second thought, but that wasn't enough. I wanted him to feel sick about it, puke his guts out. And somehow that turned into, over time, he never cared, and I gave up and did what he wanted. Don't know how it happened. But when I attacked you in Frostvar, guess I'll just say it wasn't my idea. I'm still not sure if I should unbind him. Like right now I'm super skeptical and I don't believe just about anyone, but oh, what the heck. Could have killed a lot more them without my hands bound, if that's what you mean. So Rook, I don't have to be your prisoner anymore, so you're going to let me walk around with my own axe and everything? That doesn't mean I am not watching you. I can accept that. You're a good man. Okay, I don't need those details. He shares too much. You're not the only one. You're not the only busy man around here, you know? You shake your head as Akil steps away from you. Let's go talk to Deef. See how she is doing. How is the wound? You notice Deef wince as she rises to greet you. It's doing a lot better. When I saw it happen, I thought for sure, oh, Well, I'm really glad you would have missed me, Rook. She smiles. Without even that's all you could have done. Instead, you'll have to put up with my crap a little longer. It still aches like you wouldn't believe, though. Oh, maybe you would. Heard you took a stabbing yourself. I guess things could have gone worse. What do you think about the caravan? You mean, should we start kicking people out? That's a tough one. Usually I'd be the first to give you a dirty look for suggesting it. On the other hand, I got a sword in my back. A thief thinks for a long moment before sighing. Don't send anyone away, just make sure nothing happens to Alette. How are you doing? I'm doing alright. Sometimes it's lonely since my husband died. I guess I'd say it's more like being alone, even surrounded by all these people. Not like I don't have enough to worry about though. I'm glad to have Alette around. And you, Rook. So, I'm actually wondering that once I'll be done with the playthrough for the Banner Saga, if I should go back and try to get to the town where a death and a kill were about to join us, and I will just not let them join, because then we can potentially prevent this whole situation anyhow. You know, you're welcome to keep me company. When I'm a little more awake, I'll talk to you later. Okay. Really wish there was a possibility for people to go and be able to grab some provisions from I don't know, foraging or something, but it doesn't look that way, so we'll just have to do with what we have. I'm gonna put in a thief so that we can, you know what, kill would be great to level up. Alette is there, Rook is there, Mogan is here. Let's keep these three. This means that we have only 2 ranged units. Not really sure how effective is a kill. We will see. Unfortunately, we did lose some other party members, so that is unfortunate. But yeah, we're gonna leave. We have only 6 days of provisions left, so unless we come across a town soon, yeah, I might have to replay a good part of this damn thing. But it looks like we are coming across some village. Fingers crossed, it's not full of dredge. A woman's stiff screams fail to overly concern anyone. It was only a matter of time before the expectant mother gave birth. The caravan is simply excited by this first sign of new life since the trip began. Call for a day off, rest and celebration. Congratulate the new parents privately. Offer the family extra rations as gifts. Do nothing special, allowing the mother and child some peace. I do realize that the first option where we would rest up would give us more morale, but we just ended a camp after the horrible betrayal. With all the congratulations and cheers passing around, we decide to maintain a normal schedule, letting the family adjust to the new hardship of traveling with an infant as quickly and peacefully as possible. So the morale has improved anyhow, but with 4 days of supplies left, unless this town will be able to sell us something, we are royally screwed. Please tell me we're gonna be able to stop by in here. The villagers here are completely oblivious to the destruction that is coming. All we've seen is some dark figures far off, they'll tell you. Aside from a few young families, they're reluctant to pick up their things and join you. Okay, we did get 15 clansmen, so that is at least somewhat good. we need to grab some stupid amount of provisions here. So we are back to 11 days, and I feel like here is where we are gonna leave off the episode. So, not that many combat engagements besides the horrible betrayal, but I mean, what can I expect? I feel like the game will throw me a whole lot of more curveballs as the game progresses and the story unfolds. Like I said, I did not check the game, I just bought it for the channel, and so far I'm really enjoying it, so I'm kind of happy that I am now able to like get through Banner Saga 1, potentially the sequel, and even the third one as well. So consider subscribing to the channel, as I publish content on a weekly basis, so you will have always something fun to watch. If you have any tips, tricks, comments, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. Please don't put any major spoilers of the story into the comment section, I would really appreciate that. And I will see you at the next one or in the comments. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and bye bye.